All right, all right, all right. Welcome to day 2, game 5 of the JRDA Open Division playoffs here. This is going to pit number 1, Foco, against number 2, Wasatch Junior Rollers Assault. Let's meet the teams.
For Foco, we have 00 Ruby Dom, 007. Sorry. For Foco, we have 00 Ruby Dom, 007 Rubik's Dude, 111 Scary Poppins, 138 Peter Pants, 269 Yeah Yeah, 28 Hey Hey, 58 Firecracker, 618 Reaper's Blade, 777 Hyper, 911 Scream, 999 Slim Skatey. Your coaches are Talladega Nate, Leah, and Grizz.
All right, and you're going to take on your very own Wasatch Junior Assaults, forged out of fire and salt. Born out of the wasteland, the Downwinders being coached today by Doppelganger Apollo, Valkyrie Vixen, Mack Truck Slam I Am. We got 101 Bad Cop, 115 Chameleon, number 13 Green Tea, 138 Crimson Slayer, 142 Mockingbird. (2014) Circus, 2319 Roller Rain, and number 30 Lady J, number 5 Quiet Killer, 621 Gretcha Sketch, 77 One Hit Wonder, 813 Mullet, 84 Chemical X, 919 Freeline Feisty, 95 Joe Don't Do It. Your officials for this event, your head referee is Troublemaker, followed by Lucy, Screw Lucy, Cookies, Sarin Gas, Backslash, Vonnie, Killikey, Bionic, Kiss Off, Asylum, Dr. Boom, Phoenix, Gold Gin, Dino, Bionic MV, Speed Bump, Angry Ogre, and Data. Up here with me is Kimikaze, and I'm Salty Bear. We're going to be calling the X's and O's as we go through this. Let's everybody have a good time. Remember, these kids are the ones who are the show, not you, so don't make a spectacle out of yourself. And let's all cheer for good, positive roller derby. Here we go. Looks like everybody's in position. It's going to be 138 for the Foco team coming out against number 13, Green Tea. I pity the fool that sleeps on green tea. He's been in those skates before he was born.
It looks like Green Tea is going to pick up your lead jammer status.
All right, and Green Tea goes shot out of a cannon. He's out there ahead of 138. He's back into the pack, coming back in there, keeping an eye on 138. Realize where he is, calling it off before 138 can get around there.
A lot of excitement out there for those 2 points that Wasatch picked up. And up for Wasatch on the jam line is Chameleon, number 115. And 007, Rubik's Dude for Foco. Looks like Foco's picked up lead jam. It looks like our friend Chameleon is actually headed to the box. This will line it up for a power jam for Foco. Some big hit by Slim Skady there on the apex as he picks up lead jam.
All right, we got a star pass there. The handoff to Lady J. Lady J tries to get things on board. Foco collapses around her, not letting her get any movement going forward. Now Lady J's got an opening, and Lady J skirts through there. 50 seconds to work with. We'll see how 999 wants to play with this. 999 realizes Jay catching up, calls it off before they can get there. All right, it's going to be 138 for Foco. Coming out, going against 813. That is the Mullet. Mullet's on the outside, lining up, getting ready to go. Looks like one in the box for Wasatch.
And we got 138 Peter Pants for Foco. Peter Pants is one of my favorite derby names to say. And Peter Pants is your lead jammer. There's some big hits over here on turn 2, turn 1.
Mullet is loose. All right, they look like both teams are going to start with at least one in the box. Wasatch sends out Green Tea. Green Tea is going to go up against 007.
007 is Rubik's.
That is Rubik's Dude. Rubik's Dude lined up in the hip pocket of Green Tea. Now they switch positions. Both lines back up onto them. Rubik's Dude slams forward, goes into the line, gets around Chemical X. Just catch dropping back to try to help T spring loose. Green Tea gets cycled back by 111, tries to get back in. Rubik's Dude is in. Body's going to the box, trying to get around. Green Tea is yet to get established here. Rubik's Dude is on his scoring pass, second scoring pass, looking for more points. Wasatch Assault getting some help back from the box. Now Green Tea shakes loose. Rubik's Dude slides in there, gets through there. Now Green Tea is in the box. I'm not sure what happened there. Green Tea took off, and they got him in the box now. He's got 30 seconds of silent reflection. Rubik's Dude twisting and dancing. He's going to call it off, trapping Green Tea in the box.
It looks like Foco's favorite power jammer is Slim Skady, number 999, who's lined up for this power jam. Slim makes it through. He's your lead jammer. He actually didn't need any of that offense that was going to help him.
Oh, stay low.
Yep. Green Tea is out of the box, and he is fighting to get out of that pack. It's a very large hit there. But Green Tea is still pushing with all of his might. There's a powerful Foco wall out there as Green Tea tries to push his way through. And there it is, Green Tea's little hops. I love when Green Tea's up on his toe stops and dancing around that apex. He was able to get through. It's Peter Pants again. We got number 138 Peter Pants up against 115 Chameleon.
Here we go. We got two Foco blockers in the box. Wasatch's got their whole blocking regimen out there. We'll see how this washes out. Whistle blows. They swap sides. Chameleon goes inside. Peter Pants goes right in the middle. Chameleon pushing forward, trying to get through the wall. Peter Pants does. He gets through the wall and it breaks it down. Chameleon still trying to fight with number 111. Moving forward, pushing forward, doing everything they can. Trying to get, now they get to the inside, but Peter Pants is already back around. Now we got a call off from Peter Pants.
This is the first time that I've seen 813 Mullet jamming for Wasatch Juniors. And we have Rubik's Dude on the line for Foco. It looks like we have lead by the Wasatch Junior Rollers, but Foco isn't very far behind. And Wasatch calling it off after they picked up 1 point, 2 points, 2 points.
All right, here we go. It's 999 going out against 115 Chameleon. Chameleon lined up on the outside. We got Gretsch Sketch, One Hit Wonder, Crimson Slayer, and Joe Don't Do It out there. Here we go. Chameleon goes to the outside. Now push to the inside. 999 pushing forward. Trying to move the pack forward. Pack moving around, shoulder shoving. Now 99 gets out. Coming back around, already in there. Nice little apex jump. Doesn't land it, though. Has to get cycled back. The entire Wasatch team falls backwards. Sticking as a tripod. And now Chameleon is loose. Chameleon blends into that wall and gets out of there. Now we have a parade to the box as we have two Wasatch blockers in the box. All right, Roletta, if you're out there listening, they all got a number 26 on their legs just for you. Make sure you heal up and get back to us. We need you, kiddo.
Well, looks like Lady J and Bad Cop are the only two Wasatch defenders out there as Green Tea forces his way through the pack. Peter Pants picking up 4 points before he calls off the jam.
All right, it looks like an official review. As they go out there, I didn't see who called it, but somebody called for an official review. So this is an excellent time to bring up our announcements.
If you are 18 or older and you want to join Beehive Skate Revolution down in Moab, they're going to be hosting the Red, White, and Bruised. This is a mashup game on July 5th at the Grand County Fairgrounds in Moab. There will be 2 mashup games with a relaxed atmosphere and a beautiful setting. Visit their social media for more information. The link is in the bio there in Instagram if you catch us at Beehive Skate Revolution.
So we do have a shout out on the live feed now that I got that up and working. Hunter says, go Foco, let's go. All right, it looks like White was looking for an additional penalty of a forearm call on the black player, and they are going to get that rewarded. I don't know if it was a jammer or a blocker, but it looks like it was a jammer. So Peter Pants will be heading to the box to repent his sins. 30 seconds of silent reflection in the Pie Pizzeria penalty box, and that's not easy to say.
No, the Pie Pizzeria penalty box.
So it'll be a power start as Mullet comes out there. Whistle goes and they go. Mullet takes off right into the pack. He's trying to get around the outside, doing his best to cycle outside. Gets in behind Joe, don't do it. Now comes in, now goes to the inside, and Mullet is loose. That isn't a hairstyle, it's a lifestyle choice. Nothing but business all in the front and party in the rear. So here we go. Foco puts the pack on the move. Try to keep it away from Mullet. Luckily, Mullet's got his skates under him. He puts it under move too, and he skates right into it. Gets it, almost gets through there, but gets checked out of bounds. Released in there is Peter Pants, and immediately Mullet calls it off.
Up on the jam line, we have 115 Chameleon and 007 Rubik's Dude for Foco. And if I'm looking correctly, it looks like Foco's only got 2 blockers out. Their other friends in the penalty box there. Some big hits there on turn 1. As Chameleon tries to fight their way out of the pack. Chameleon picks up lead jammer status. With Rubik's Dude not far behind. Chameleon picking up 4 points before calling off the jam.
All right, Wasatch Roletta's watching you. She's cheering you on. She says, go get them. Let's go, guys. Love it. Keep it going. Also, Lurf de Flurf. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And then we got ZR saying, go, Foco. So here we go. Let's play some Derby. 999 out there against 13. 999 in black. Slams forward, gets forward, takes a big hit from One Hit Wonder. Green Tea gets cycled back. Gretchen Sketch dropping back to provide some offense. Green Tea trying to get around. 999 back in there. 999 gets through. Green Tea getting cycled back. 777 going to pick him up. Now Wasatch starting to parade to the penalty box. They're going to be a jammer or blocker short. Black is also two blockers short. But they got their jammer out there, so they're able to keep scoring. And they call it off right as Green gets up there.
Looks like our friend Peter Pants is back to jam for Foco. We got 813 Mullet on the line for the Wasatch Juniors. And our friend Mullet has picked up lead jammer status. Peter Pants is not far behind. Oh, actually, I take it back. It looks like our friend Mullet's going to the box for a back block penalty. Peter Pants picking up 4 points for Foco. Wasatch Juniors putting up a fight before being taken over by Foco's offense there. And while we weren't paying attention, Mullet has jumped back on the track after serving their penalty.
All right, Foco, you're getting some online love from Spider. They say, go, go, go. Love you. So here we go at 007. Rubik's Dude going up against number 115. That's the Chameleon. And now we have an official timeout.
An official timeout.
Looks like a penalty is being assessed there as I see someone skating over to the box. Looks like each team will have one blocker in the box. Crimson is standing, so that will be a short penalty. All right, picking up where we left off. So here we go. We got Rubik's Dude up against the Chameleon. They take off both to the outside. Chameleon trying to twist around, gets knocked out. Rubik's Dude trying to get around. Gretchen Sketch sends out Rubik's Dude. Chameleon, oh. And that's going to be a cut track on Rubik's Dude. Missed two skaters skating in behind him. That's going to give an advantage to Chameleon. Chameleon cycles back in, gets back in, takes a big hit, pops back up, gets through there, tries to get through their blockers and our blockers. Trying to get around somewhere. Now has the inside open, and now Chameleon is loose. Chameleon is loose, and since Rubik's Dude did get lead jammer, they're not going to be able to get lead on this one. Chameleon is just going to be able to score points. Nobody can call it off. We're going to go the full length.
I missed it. How did Chameleon not end up with lead jammer?
The only thing I could guess is that Rubik's Dude did establish lead jammer before he went to the box.
Oh.
Is the only thing I could figure out. But Chameleon clearly did not get lead jammer, so we're going to go the full.
Full 2 minutes. Here we go. Chameleon really got stuck there. Even offense came in to try to break her free, and she is somehow still pinned up with that focal wall. And a nice star pass from Chameleon to Crimson Slayer. Crimson picking up 4 points.
Oh, now we have an official review black. And we'll see how this one works out. Both teams have called their official review. White was successful. We'll see how black does on this. I always think that's a hard thing to do, to get 16 referees to agree that you're right and they're wrong about something, or they've missed something.
You can always just try your best.
I know. I think it's an uphill battle.
It really is. And it's a little intimidating too if you've ever stood in that circle.
Yeah, there is an art certainly to be able to call an official review and to convince everybody that, especially in today's day and age, that your opinion might be wrong. All right, and we got a shout out to Firecracker. Go, Firecracker, go from Jacob. I'd like to thank all our volunteers here today. Without you, we cannot do Derby. Especially, I know Kimikaze sitting next to me is a Derby player, has no kids out there, but giving up her time to come out here and help us announce. There are plenty of people like that. Data, your kid has graduated. Data's out here all weekend long as a JRDA head official, so I appreciate that.
We
can't do it without them.
Our volunteers.
Yeah, we can't do it without our volunteers. We need all of them. It's incestuous because if you volunteer for us, we volunteer for you. That's the way it works out. So let's everybody give a round of applause to all our volunteers who have been here today and say thank you for making sure that we can do Derby. And if you volunteered this weekend, you have been busy. Everybody is working their boots off this weekend. All right, it looks like we'll let them explain it to the coaches first. So they basically, Black wanted a removal of a back block. The referee said no, they witnessed the back block. It met the criteria of it, and we'll skate on. But they, the penalty will stand, and FOCO will lose its official review for the remainder of this half.
This is a really fun lineup. We have Slim Skatey and Scream 911, Green Tea, all of which are out there on the track right now. We have only one FOCO blocker out on the track, and he is actually headed to the box. And it looks like Slim Skatey has picked up your lead jammer status. Slim hitting on green tea there outside of the pack, trying to mix things up, trying to buy some time until Foco's pack gets out of the box.
All right, so here we go. Lifestyle choice mullet coming out against Peter Pants. Mullet on the outside, Pants on the inside. Whistle blows and they go. Mullet switches side. Peter Pants goes to the outside. Mullet tries to go to the inside. Runs into the white wall. The white wall holding still. Mullet's wall even holding sturdier. Mullet trying to break it down. Lady J drops back to provide some offense. Doesn't help. Mullet gets sent out, gets back in. Nope, back out, back in. Back around is Peter Pants looking on the scoring drive. Runs into the white wall. White wall holds him up for a second or two and then has to let him go. Mullet stuck in there. His team's trying to provide some offense. The last second hit sends Mullet out, but they go out too. That allows Mullet to go forward. No, Mullet's going out. It's a power jam now for Peter Pants. Peter Pants has got his 8 points, coming around for more. Mullet's in there cooking off a penalty. He called it off there. Looks like we're going to trap Mullet in the box. And now we have a team timeout, White.
Well, if you're in the Salt Lake area the next couple of weekends, I'm pretty sure there's going to be roller derby here at the Derby Depot. Looks like on June 28th, Wasatch Roller Derby will be hosting their Pride bout. Come out and support their home teams as they battle it out on the track and show off their pride spirit. Block hate, roll with love. Visit wasatchrollerderby.org for tickets and more information.
All right, 8 minutes left and a half. Another half of Derby left. None yet. It looks like Mullet's in the box. Peter Pants is on the line. They both back off to the pivot line. Peter Pants takes off, goes forward into the crowd, runs into one-hit wonder, stands him up, but he's able to keep his skates and keeps moving forward. Pants is moving. Excuse me, Rubik's dude. I got to look left.
Oh, looks like our
All
friend
right,
Rubik
now we
Dude
got a
is headed to the
power
box.
jam as Mullet goes flying out of bounds. That one hurt. Mullet sends his army forward, says get forward and break stuff. Takes every hit possible, keeps going forward, keeps looking. And now we have 618 Reaper's Blade heading to the box for a penalty. Doesn't agree, but has to go anyway. Mullet coming around, slow skating style. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Coming back in there. Runs into a hard block. Rubik's Dude is released. Mullet is out. Mullet is scoring. Nobody can call it off. 4 for both. One hit wonder heading off for a forearm call. Mullet in there trying to push Rubik's Dude to 12-4 advantage. Five minutes, 55 seconds left in the game. Left in about half.
Looks like we got Green Tea number 1-3 on the line for Wasatch Junior Rollers and 999 Slim Skatey on the line for FOCO. That's a move I haven't seen in a long time, actually. We had a star pass right off the line. It looks like Lady J is your jammer for Wasatch Junior Rollers. Lady J picked up 2 points before that jam was called. Very old school move. I really haven't seen that for at least a decade.
Yeah, the quick underhand SAR pass, shoot him out. You don't care about the lead jammer because you obviously can't get lead jammer because the helmet cover's not on the helmet anywhere. But it allows you to get out in front. So here we go. Mullet up against Peter Pants.
Yeah.
Got that one right this time. Mullet gets cycled back. Peter Pants cycles forward. Mullet trying to move forward, gets bounced around a little bit. Trying to get around now, gets out. Peter Pants is already back around in the scoring drive. Peter Pants coming in there, trying to get in there for 4 points. Mullet trying to come around, trying to catch up. Can't get there in time. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the half.
And for the first time on the line tonight that I've seen is 621 Gretchen Sketch up against 007 Rubik's Dude. Very powerful push by Gretchen Sketch there on that inside line. And Gretchen Sketch makes it through the pack. If you'll notice, Gretchen Sketch is not your lead jammer, even though she did make it out of the pack. She unfortunately had taken off the star prior to lead jammer being established, which means she is no longer eligible to be a lead jammer. And Gretchen Sketch really taking some hard hits there and still pushing through. A lot going on up here at this apex. Gretchen Sketch was looking for a pass at one point, but was able to push her way through the pack. Some beautiful offense by Lady J did help her make it through.
Now it looks like it's an official timeout. Scorekeepers are calling for the jam refs. They want to make sure they get all the points counted. So there we go. We're coming out of the official timeout. Referees just want to make sure they got the score settled. We're going to start off with Green Tea going up against Slim Shady. They take off. Green Tea moving laterally, trying to break it down. Reaper's Blade and Hyper trying to hold them back. The pack starts to split apart. Shady gets out first. Now Scream is released, runs out there in the Crimson. Now Green Tea is loose, but he's a half track behind. Green Tea's got a long way to make up. Oh, and now Slim's going off for a cut track penalty. So that's going to give Green Tea a power jam opportunity and remove the lead jammer. So that'll be a full 2-minute jam here. Nobody can call it off. Only 45 seconds left in the half, but we'll go into bonus time. Green Tea, no, they're saying Green Tea stepped out. That's going to be a cut track penalty. Twisting and turning, they get out of there. .30 seconds left in the jam. Crimson slides over, tries to get him out. Now Crimson takes a hit from Reaper's Blade. Now Reaper's Blade is going to head off for a penalty, I think. Nope. Yes. Green Tea is released, made contact, immediately gets checked out. Slim's got 12 points, looking for more. Green Tea takes.
There's a lot of whistles there at the end of that jam. A couple extras, not just the call off. Looks like some of our skaters will be spending time in the penalty box at the beginning of the next quarter or half.
All right, that'll take us. I think I haven't heard the rolling whistle yet. There we go. That's a rolling whistle. That'll take us to halftime. Everybody get up, move around, visit the concession stand. Make sure you buy some merch from visiting teams or the local team. Just take some merch home with you somewhere. If you have room in your backpack, you have room for merch. Make sure the bathrooms are usable for the skaters for the first few minutes at least. Everybody else, go out to our imported porta potties. All right, it's not about unless Saren biffs it in turn 3 or thereabouts. So we've had that occurred. So it is officially about weekend. Wasatch getting a shout out from Emma. All right, all right, all right. We're ready for the second half of Derby action. Both teams are in full throat. We're picking up where we left off. Kathleen Murphy says, go, Wasatch, go. We got the live feed up. I see Green Tea out there. Peter Pants is out there. We got blockers in the box. It looks like Wasatch is whole, but Foco's got a couple in the box. So we'll see how this works out. Peter Pan's going to fight through that line. Green Tea's got to fight through too. Peter Pan's able to get through. Right in Peter Pan's hip pocket is Green Tea. Green Tea is no slouch on his skates. Comes around there. They're right behind. It's only a few feet separating them. We'll see how they want to play it. And Green Tea is out first. It is Peter Pants' world, but Green Tea has got the advantage. Stop sending in, sending them to be a wall. Green Tea gets checked out of bounds. Peter Pants comes around the inside and slides through there. Foco starting to get some help back. We'll see if that's going to help them. They've got Green Tea slowed down. Peter Pants has got the advantage now. Now Green Tea is loose, but Peter Pants is a lap ahead and calls it off before Green Tea can get back around.
I shouldn't have taken that nap during halftime. I have to re-wake up now. Looks like on the line we have 813 Mullet for Wasatch Juniors and 007 Rubik's Dude for Foco. Oh, Rubik's Dude taking a couple of hits before he picks up lead jammer. And it looks like our friend Mullet is headed to the box. Rubik's Dude picking up 4 points for Foco as our friend Mullet still is hanging out in the box. Rubik's Dude finally met with some resistance from Wasatch Juniors there on turn 3. Looks like we have a star pass from Mullet to Gretcha Sketch. Gretcha Sketch getting recycled a couple of times here. And Gretcha Sketch makes it through the pack. And that's the end of the first jam of the second half. I'm lost.
All right, Wasatch sending out Chameleon. Gonna go head to head with 999 Slim Shady. They both line up a little bit off the line. Both lines collapse onto the jam line. Both teams shortage blocker. They whistle blows and they go forward. Chameleon moves forward, so does Skady. And now Slim is out first. Not to be denied, right behind him is Chameleon, about a quarter of a track, half track behind. Slim Shady's back up in the wash, slams into the players, trying to move forward. Trip, fall, stumble, gets out of bounds, calls it off as they're falling down. Looks like 2 points assigned to Wasatch, 3 assigned to Foco. All right, Green Tea coming out for Wasatch. Going to go head to head with 138. That's Peter Pants.
Peter Pan.
Wasatch down one blocker in the box. Green Tea helping a little bit. Peter Pants moving forward. Runs into a few jammers and now gets out of there. Peter Pants is loose first. Green Tea trying to get around. Green Tea gets around Lady J's block. Now they form back up into a wall, trying to get it out. One hit wonder hitting out Peter Pants. Peter Pants calling it off right at that. No, Peter Pants is getting a penalty right there at the end. Not sure he agrees with that, but he's skating off to the box. That's going to be a power start for Wasatch. Oh, Big Wave giving a big shout out to you guys. We know Big Wave, one of our frenemies from up north. Here we go. Chameleon trying out there with the power jam, moves forward. Their entire wall moves forward with them. They try to push it all forward. Crimson Slayer out there trying to get people out of Chameleon's way. Blowing holes open. Mullet is released it back into the box. Now we got people heading to the box. We got one Wasatch, one Foco. Thinning the party out now. Chameleon is out. Chameleon is loose. It gets lead jammer status. Foco's got 2 in the box. Wasatch has got 1 in the box. One of Foco's in the box is a jammer. Chameleon comes back around. Peter Pan's with a little move, slips around. Now they're going to short this out. Scorekeepers talk about it. Once again, they're more important to get the call right rather than save their egos. So they look up there. Peter Pans was on his initial, did not get any points. So there we go. It's fixed.
We got number 13 Green Tea on the line for the
Now
Wasatch Junior Rollers. And we have 007 Rubik's Dude again up for the Foco. And Rubik's Dude is your lead jammer as Green Tea fights his way through that pack. There was an apex jump there by Rubik's Dude, and Crimson Slayer did get hit. And I'm trying to see if there... Oh, and it looks like he did pick up 4 points for Foco. We got 999 Slim Skady as your lead jammer for Foco. And 115 fighting to get out of that pack for Wasatch Junior Rollers. That's Chameleon. Looks like Slim Skady has had a chance to make 2 laps while Chameleon has broken through the pack. and is now on her scoring path. I hope you can see Dop on the feed there, ready to draw.
It's a
Watching
draw
that
or a
draw.
timeout? I think it's going to go a timeout.
I
We'll
think
see.
it's gonna be a draw, but just waiting for that last second to get all of the rest in. All right, it looks like on the line we have 138 Peter Pants and 13 Green Tea. Green Tea going up a pretty strong wall there. Peter Pants picks up lead jammer. Green Tea breaks his way through the pack.
All right, let's go. It looks like Rubik's Dude coming out, going to go up against Chameleon. Now we have a whistle. We'll see what that whistle is. That's an official timeout.
The gathering of the zebras there in the center.
20 minutes left in this half. Winner of this game goes on to the champs, July 11th in Loveland, Colorado. And the whistle blows, and they go. Dude to the outside, Chameleon to the inside. Now Dude switches, goes to the inside, and gets out of there. Rubik's Dude is flying around. Chameleon is coming around, trying to do what they can to catch up. Wasatch puts the wall on the move. Says get moving. Okay, stop on the flat. Don't let Rubik's Dude jump that apex. Rubik's Dude twisting and turning, gets shoved out, and calls it off just as Chameleon starts getting up in there. Oh, and Gay gets 3 on that one.
Out on the line, we got 813 Mullet and 999 Slim Skady. Mullet taking some big hits there, trying to push his way through the pack. Slim Skady picking up lead jammer status. It's kind of hard to see everything that's going on over there, but it looks like Mullet is looking for that pass. While Slim Skady is skating laps around Wasatch Junior Rollers. And we finally got that successful pass. Lady J is now your jammer for Wasatch Junior Rollers. Slim Skady calling it off before Wasatch had a chance to pick up any of those points.
All right, we got a shout out there. Let's go Wasatch coming from Shannon. Chameleon lining up against Rubik's Dude. Both teams backed off to the pivot line right now. We'll see if they sit there. Penalty box is empty. Here we go. Rubik's Dude to the outside. Chameleon to the inside. Switch places. Dude gets to the inside and gets out of there. Chameleon's got one more to beat, trying to get around, and now does. Rubik's Dude coming back in there, trying to get through there. That's Sketchy's trying to slow him down. Rubik's Dude calls it off just as Chameleon comes around.
And for the first time on the line tonight, 2319 Roll Arena for the Wasatch Junior Rollers, and 138 Peter Pants up again for FOCO. Roll Arena taking a hard hit right off the line there, being recycled back to the FOCO line. Oh, Peter Pan's taking a hard hit there, but getting right up and still picking up 4 points. Arena Roller fighting her way through that pack. Fighting for every inch she can get. Looks like we had an incomplete star pass, and Rena Roller is still your jammer for Wasatch Juniors. I don't know if Peter Pants is tired yet, but they've skated a lot of laps this jam. We did get a successful pass, and we have Joe Don't Do It as your jammer for Wasatch Juniors. Peter Pants looks like he's gone to the box, and now we have Joe Don't Do It fighting for some points out there. Joe Don't Do It picking up 4 points before that jam was over.
All right, it looks Dobbs walking out there with the official review sign. So we'll call for an official review, get everybody a chance to take a break, hydrate a little bit.
That's fine. We'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, Canyon Sports Therapy. Thank you for Canyon Sports Therapy for supporting our skaters. If I recall, I did see them here. Was that them here in the back?
Yeah, they're right there. They got the
If you have a child or you are a child and you're interested in roller derby, come on down to the Youth Roller Derby Camp by Wasatch Junior Rollers. Get ready to roll. Wasatch Junior Rollers is hosting a fun-filled roller derby camp for ages 6 to 18. This crash course is perfect way to learn the fundamentals for skating and derby in a safe, competitive, and inclusive environment. Whether you're brand new to wheels or already zipping around, you'll build skills, make friends, and have a blast on the track. For more information, you can email wasatchjuniorrollers@gmail.com, or you can find them on Facebook or Instagram as wasatchjuniorrollers.org.
All right, it looks like Wasatch was looking for an additional penalty on Black Jammer, and they denied it. They said nope, not there wasn't enough to warrant an official review for that. But now Black has called for an official review. And Jamie, you're welcome. Kimma and I are pleased to serve you.
Yes, you're welcome, Jamie. Happy moving day. And it looks like for that Black official or the FOCO official review, they were trying to rescind the back block from their jammer, and they did not get that official review. So they will not retain their official review. I mean, that's good news for us. There's no more official reviews for this game. It's pretty exciting. We will be starting out as a power jam for the Wasatch Junior Rollers. We have number 115 Chameleon on the line. Chameleon pushing her way on turn 2, just trying to fight her way through that pack. Wasatch Junior Rollers trying to get some offense in to break her free. And we have Peter Pants jamming for FOCO, who is just released from the box. And Peter Pants is your lead jammer. We got Chameleon stuck between a hard FOCO wall there on turn 3. Peter Pants picks up 4 points for FOCO. Chameleon has pushed that Foco wall almost completely around the track, +1, and has successfully given a star pass to Gretchen Sketch. It's a very tough jam for Wasatch there.
All right, here we go. We're going to send out Rubik's 2 to go up the lifestyle choice of Mullet. Mullet gets up to full speed. It's like those long flowing locks. Here we go. Mullet on the inside. Dude on the outside. Dude gets shoved down by Lady J and sent out. No, he's able to keep moving forward. Oh, no, they're going to give him a cut track penalty.
Go.
That's going to give Mullet a chance to operate in some space. We'll see if the Wasatch can pop him loose. Mullet's got one more to beat. Well out of jam blocking area, but okay. Mullet skirts forward. They send into play. They blow a hole open. Mullet gets loose. Now Lady J hit into the box for a forearm. Rubik's Dude is back in. Runs around Crimson. Gets in there. Gets immediately out. He's got 4. Nobody can call it off. Rubik's did get lead jammer before he got out. But Mullet is scoring. All right, Mullet, you're getting a shout out from Kathleen. And now we have a star pass. Lady J picks the star up, takes off, runs right into a black wall. They form up in front of her. Pushing forward, pushing on all 4 of them. Crimson provides a little offensive help. And Lady J gets out of there just in time, getting 3 of the 4. Now we have Foco's coach out there. I'm not sure if they're calling a timeout. We'll see what we're doing. The official timeout. Again, officials let them take as much time as they want to. They just want to get the calls right. They want to make sure all the points get scored. They know how much effort these kids put into scoring points, and they want to make sure that everything's done cleanly and neatly. All right, we got Eddie Van Halen himself saying woohoo Foco. That's pretty good if Eddie Van Halen's watching this.
Yeah. We've reached a crowd I didn't think we could reach.
We are up to 35 viewers. I think we have peaked.
We have 35.
35's a lot. That could be 35 million. In my head, it's 35 million people watching Derby right now.
Not just the sole 35.
No,
on our
listen to
screen.
Kim and I call the calls. I often believe they should be putting roller derby in the Olympics. It is an Olympic-bound event. It is a sport of competition. It's the skates are the ultimate equalizer. It should be there. Trust me, if they got that damn curling in there, I know
Yeah.
all you Canadians are upset, but if curling's in the Olympics, roller derby should be.
I think if more sports fans knew about roller derby, they would be very excited to watch it. But it's just getting the word out. It's hard.
Yep, that's the thing. Everybody refers to immediately. They think, oh, roller derby of the 1970s, which I grew up watching, which is more WWF based. they've turned this in. Yes, we still have the fishnets and short skirts and things like that, but it is about the competition. These are athletes. I am sitting next to a strong woman competition person. You can't just do roller derby. You got to do other things to keep yourself in shape.
I'm not beyond some theatrics though. I am known to throw a chair or two on the ring.
You know, when we're playing Junction City, when it's in-state rivalries, you are allowed to throw a chair.
Yeah.
Lady J.O. told you I have been ejected for throwing chairs before.
Yes, it has happened.
Sometimes you just gotta throw a chair. But that was a beautiful video. That was excellent.
It's very fun. Very fun game.
And who hasn't wanted to throw a chair at Malibu Harpy at some point?
You know, she's just asking for it most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time. Sounds like our zebras have a lot to talk about. I had to look it up, but do you know what a gathering of zebras is?
A dazzle.
Yeah, I figured you would know. I've never looked it up before. So they're just dazzling us there in the center.
All right, so it looks like there's an expulsion taking place from the FOCO bench. Referees are saying that a player made contact with a referee that they could have avoided, and they didn't. And because of that, they are going to call an expulsion for that. So they've taken care of that, and FOCO will skate on. And my correction on Eddie Van Halen, it was E.D. Van Halen. E.D. Van Halen, which makes it kind of funny. Is it E.D. or Edie? I'm not sure. Okay, it looks like there was a correction there. Initially, the referees were looking at an expulsion for failing to avoid the referee. The referees have gathered back together and they said there will not be an expulsion for that play, and we will skate on. So, FOCO will get their skater back and they will move on.
I just hope that that skater was not geared down all the way. Because there's nothing worse than putting on a pair of already sweaty pads.
All right, we got everything sorted out. Everybody gets back to the bench. Referees get back into position. Looks like we are going to have a power start. Oh, no, I see a black jammer out there, but they're standing in the middle of the track, so we'll see what they want to do.
Shall we have a dad joke for Father's Day before we start?
The only dad joke I have is, what do you call a cougar once they get hearing aids?
I don't know.
A deaf leopard.
We got Black 999 Slim Skatey as your lead jammer for FOCO. We have 612 Gretchen Sketch on the line for Wasatch Junior Rollers. Gretchen Sketch has broken through the pack. Slim Skatey has already picked up 4 points for FOCO on his second scoring pass. Very large apex jump. If you know anything about Slim Skatey, he can definitely jump that apex.
All right, Chameleon coming out, going up against number 138.
Peter Pants.
Peter Pants. Some people believe Captain Hook was the good guy in that story.
So, who? Who in their right mind?
Peter Pan was stealing kids. Here we go. Chameleon tries the inside, and Peter Pan's going on the outside, and now Peter Pan gets to the inside and gets in there. Peter Pan is loose in the goose. He's getting out of there, and now Chameleon about a half track behind. Peter Pan's coming back around, trying to get in there. Peter Pan sees Chameleon come and calls it off right before they get there.
Back on the line, we have 999 Slim Skatey and 813 Mullet. Mullet taking a hard hit on the inside there and being recycled by Foco as Slim Skating comes your lead jammer and is on his scoring pass. Mullet looking for some offense, still fighting his way through the pack. I'm hearing an aggressive whistle from the official. Sounds like somebody missed their call for their penalty, but is now on their way to the box. Mullet making their way through the pack as Slim Skady enters his fourth scoring pass, I believe. Slim Skady picking up 12 points before that jam was called.
All right, here we go. Rubik's Dude lining up against Chameleon. Both backed off, both lines backed off. Whistle blows and they go. They got room to operate. Here we go. Both back up into the pack, trying to push forward. And there's a drag race. They're both out at the same time. I think they're giving that to Rubik's Dude. He's got the lead, but Chameleon's right in that hip pocket. Oh, and Chameleon snuck in to get two on that one.
Up on the line, we have 138 Peter Pants and 318 Mullet. Ooh, Mullet taking a hard hit on the inside there on turn one. Being recycled by Foco. Peter Pants on his scoring pass, picking up 4 points. And a successful star pass to Joe Don't Do It. Peter Pants, I think, is on his third or fourth scoring lap. Peter Pants calling it off before Wasatch is able to pick up any scoring points on that jam.
All right, still plenty of energy in those legs. Chameleon lines up. Going to line up against 999, Slim Shady. Whistle blows. Chameleon gets around the outside. Chameleon is your lead. Chameleon's up in front. Wasatch is going to put the brick on the move. They're going to try to get ahead of the Foco team so Chameleon can get in there and call it right as they get in. Chameleon calling it off as they come in.
Up on the line, we have 007 Rubik's Dude and 813 Mullet. Wasatch having a hard time slowing down Rubik's Dude as he picks up lead jammer status. Mullet not far behind. And Rubik's Dude calling it off before Mullet was able to pick up any points. 2 points picked up for Foco. The Spartans.
Somebody saying they lost a video there. I don't know if it's still going out. I see it on my end, but they're saying that the feed is out. But I see it on my end, so we'll see it's still good. 2.5 minutes left in. Chameleon coming out against 138. That is Peter Pants. All right, they push forward. They get that whole pack moving forward, trying what they can. Peter Pants is out first. Chameleon trying to push the whole pack. That's 8 players are trying to push. And now Chameleon gets to the outside. Some roller skating and gets out of there. Chameleon is loose. All right, 2 minutes left in this one. And it looks like we got a team timeout. All right, we got shout outs to Firecracker from Edie Van Halen. We got a shout out from Big Wave. Come on, let's go. And the stream is working fine now, so let's go. We got a couple of Foco shout outs. Go Foco from Edie and Jacob. One minute, 53 seconds left. Could be one jam, could be two. We'll see what it looks like. Looks like Mullet's going to come out. Going to go up against 999 Slim Skady. Whistle blows and they go. Mullet hits into the pack, so does Slim Skady. Wasatch Wall holding up. Crimson doing what they can. Gretsch doing what they can. Now they got to let him go. Mullet gets cycled back. Whistle's blowing, but nobody coming off, so everything's fine. Oh, no. That's a forearm penalty, and that'll give Mullet time to operate. I'm not sure if Slim got the lead jammer yet or not, so we'll see.